I'm Jason from Legends Outdoors, and this is how to microfish.
When all's is old, I'll give you the stories told.
What the heck?
When knowledge arrives, 75
Microfishing.
golden.
So first off, what is microfishing? Microfishing is fishing for smaller than usual fish using smaller than usual tackle. That's basically what it is. It's not sport fishing, so you're not going for the fight of the fish. You're going to catch a different species, a new species that you've never caught before. So yeah, I'll go over kind of what you use to go microfishing, what's the best tackle, what's the best way to do it. Microfishing is super cheap. It's probably one of the cheapest kinds of fishing you can get into. But I mean, you don't need anything other than a pole, some line, and a hook. A little bit of worm. Super cheap. Microfishing is basically sight fishing, almost always in my experience anyway. I've never tried to catch any microfish without seeing them first. And that's just because they're usually up along the banks and on the shores. You can see them pretty easily, so you want to reach out without startling the fish and spooking them. And to do that, you want a long pole. And people do use fly rods, but I just thought it would be simpler to buy a panfish pole. This is a 12-foot panfish pole. You can get them up to like 16 foot, I think. But the reason that I use this is that you can really reach out to the fish. 12 feet is a long distance, and you can reach out to them without startling them. They won't notice you. And it also allows you to fish without using a reel, which means that you don't have to try and cast this light tackle, which would be almost impossible. So fishing with one of these panfish poles, it allows you to extend it out to whatever length is needed. So I don't have to extend this out all the way. I can extend it out a quarter, half the way, it doesn't matter. Hold on to it, and you can reach out to the fish without spooking them, in theory. So this is a pole that I use. Works great. Let's go to a line. I've got leftover ice fishing line. This is 2-pound line by Celsius. Line doesn't matter too much. However, you have to use light line to fit it through the eye holes of the small hooks that you're using. So I'm using 2-pound. Nothing that I'm going to be targeting is going to break this. Light line, 2 to 4-pound line works great. Ice line is great. Ice line is usually pretty light anyways. And that's what I use for line. Let's go to another basic thing, sinkers. Buy some, oh crap. Buy some small split shot. That's all you need. With light line, it's not going to float a lot, so I mean, unless there's a huge current, then you might want somewhere away. Throw a split shot on there. That'll help you get your bait down to the fish if they're on the bottom. Or it'll, even if there's like a top minnow, surface feeding fish, the weight is going to help you stop from getting blown around so much in the wind. Keep your bait steady. So the biggest challenge for your microfishing gear is going to be finding hooks that are small enough. So what I did was I went on Amazon. You could just go directly to a fly shop, but I went on Amazon, found a fly fly fishing hooks from a fly fishing shop, and I ordered myself some hooks by Umpqua. They're size 24 hooks. You can go smaller than this still. This is the smallest that I really saw without digging too much on Amazon. But you can go smaller. There's different countries have smaller hooks even. Don't worry too much about the bait that you're using, because the worm is mostly going to do the trick. The last thing I'm going to show you for tackle is snap swivels. Can be quite helpful when making these rigs, because it allows you to put it onto these poles, these panfish poles, without having to tie it. All you have to do is snap the snap swivel on and you're good to go. Like, you've got your rig set up. Super fast, super simple. And then take it off so it doesn't get tangled. A great way to track your species count is on roughfish.com. They've got life lists for all different regions. You can put in all of your pictures of the fish that you've caught, and it's just a really nice way to keep track of the fish of your species. There's also tons of other resources on that website with all of the tackle described. Now that you've got kind of an idea of what microfishing is, I'm going to go hit the water, maybe catch a couple microfish for an example, let you see how I do it with my tackle. Cue microfishing. There's one. Alright, there it is, guys. There it is. I just caught a little top minnow on the cane pole on a little piece of worm. Alright, so if you didn't see what I was doing there, I just had this little piece of worm on the cane pole, and I was reaching out. I could see them. There's a group of them just sitting on the surface. I reached out, the right movement of the bait, it got them pretty interested, and then one came up and grabbed it, and I was able to pull them out. Pretty cool. I love these top minnows. They're a beautiful fish. Very cool fish. We got the upturned mouth for feeding on the surface. Alright, I'm going to get this guy back in the water. You can see microfishing can be kind of challenging because it took me a couple tries to get those fish. I just caught a shiner of some kind. Looks to be a common shiner. It's actually my first comment on line and reel. So that's a new species for me. I'm gonna add that to my life list. That is super awesome. I hope you learned something from this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave a comment in the section below for comments, the comment section. I'll respond to you. I'll answer any questions you have. Give you any tips, tricks, lessons. Give me some ideas of videos to make. We got tons of new content coming out. Got a bunch of videos from a bunch of different legends. So it's a good time in the legends world. Stay tuned for all of those videos. You can like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at legendsoutdoors349. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thanks for watching. Legends out.
All it's all